Yeah. And that's a good point that you bring up is like, I feel like that is the perfect way to summarize the challenges or internal struggles that a founder has is like getting all of these ideas for their startup, but then being like, it might not be time to roll this out or launch this
Yeah.
right now. And so, from your perspective, I'm curious to hear how you've been able to build out timelines for things like that when you are so excited about a new feature or new update, but making sure it fits in with your overall goals and plans for the
Yeah.
product.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, it's kind of hard to predict. Like you don't ever know the answer all the time, 100%. But you just kind of have to, you know, really evaluate the playing field, have the immediate conversations that are most important right now, and then go from there. So like the biggest thing that we've done is, focus on how do we build the basic product right now that people want.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start there. We don't need to get into the weeds yet. We don't need to build all these extra features that they don't need. What's the most basic thing that's going to allow them to, go forward? And then from there, and then it's evaluating. So right now, for example, we just onboarded Westwood High School over in Westwood, Massachusetts last week. So we onboarded their National Honor Society students to start and their administrators as well. So like some of their staff, some of their faculty, and basically they're going to be using the software to, their primary use of it and excitement behind it was to find new opportunities that students can get involved in the greater Boston area as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we're really excited about, working closely with them. But part of that was, what do we build that's basic? What do they need right now? Which was like, for example, on the student side, it was finding opportunities. Okay, how do we, push projects into the platform? Building up their service resumes where they're able to see all their information of like the work that they've done, and then they could download that data for themselves. On the flip side, for the administrators, is being able to create projects, internal projects that they have to the school, or working closely with the NGOs. What does that look like? Um, so we essentially, and it's funny, we were talking about this the past week or two, where we become kind of a lookalike to our competitors, like a me too, essentially, where we kind of look the same and we have the same functionality and basic features and things like that. But what really sets us apart going forward is how do we innovate upon that? How do we grow beyond that? How do we start to think about ways that we can integrate data better? How do we think about ways that we can automate processes better? Get the right opportunities, thinking about AI, even, things like that. So we're, thinking about all of that in the roadmap. It's just a matter of like, when do we get there and when is it appropriate? And it's really just
Mm-hmm.
conversations and evaluating the data the way that it needs to be done.